Hello, let me just see. There we go. Hello, everybody. If you are in, hello. I'm going to just move my chat over. Let me know if you can hear and see me. I'm so excited to see everybody. Hello. You can hear and see me. Fantastic. I'm so happy about that. Okay, listen, my angels. I'm not going to do an insane intro because I've got so much to cover. So I'm going to go straight, and you guys keep posting in the comments, in the chat. I'm going to keep an eye on that for you. I'm going to go straight and share. There we go. Share. We want to share this one. Can you guys see the screen? Can you see the PDF? Okay, lekker. Okay, perfect. So we're going to get straight into it because there are over 100 slides and I don't want to sit here until 8 o'clock tonight, or whatever the time is in the world where you are watching from, especially if you are also watching from anywhere in the world. The replay will be up for a certain amount of time, so you've got time to go through it. Lenata from Cape Town. Hey, Lenata. Hey, Sharon. Hey, everybody. I love knowing where you guys are from. I just love that. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I wonder if I can, let's just leave it in this mode. It's fine. I'm not going to go in faff, as long as you can see everything. Okay, so this workshop, Magnetize and Attract Your Clients, is such an important part of what I do, because I love coming from an energetic place instead of only from this place of hustle and strategy in business. I burnt out that way, so I'm going to tell you all about it, okay? So this is what we're at in this workshop. Feel free to take notes. You don't have to have your workbook with you, but it has been emailed to you. Please go through that. It is to rewire and rechange your money story and also your client attraction story, because we have got so many stories around this, and we're going to be diving into that today. Okay, so who's excited to be here? Let me see in the comments. Who's excited to be here? It's so nice to see everybody. I love it. Okay, so this is what you're getting out of the training today. Let's see if I can move this up a bit. That's better. Okay, so you're going to uncover the hidden limiting beliefs that is creating the shit show in your life. I'm seeing fuck yes, me yes, hell yes. Love it. I love it. It gives me goosebumps when I'm in a room with women that are fired up to create something phenomenal, and they are ready and willing to put in the work to do it. So kudos to you guys. High fives to everybody. I love it. Okay, so what you're also going to do, you're going to discover the powerful steps that you can immediately take to break through your blocks to see results fast. And I've got a ninja reprogramming hack for you to magnetize it all to you. Yes. So the business, the clients, the success, the wealth. I'm going to be talking about all of that. Okay. All right. So why are you here? Can you guys see this properly, or should I rather do it in this mode? My kitty just jumped onto the balcony. She must find herself. Listen, I'm just going to change this up quickly. Is this a better view for you? Yes? Okay, lekker. And then this, I want to see if I can put this down so that I can see my slides. This isn't working with me. That's fine. Okay, so why are you here today? Are you tired of building a mediocre business? You know that you are meant for more, right? There's always that whisper. I know there's something more. There has to be more to life than just this hamster wheel of going like a Groundhog Day, just like striving and keep going and going and going. You know there's more, right? You have tried so many things and nothing seems to work. Who's done that? So many times. You want to create a life filled with excitement, joy, financial abundance, vitality, and love. You know, that freedom, the freedom to choose all those things. That was my big driving force behind everything. I just want to make sure I've got all the comments right. Okay, you think about giving up. I have thought about giving up so many times over the last 10 years. I think if I had a penny for each time, I'd be a multimillionaire. Thinking about giving up is really, really normal. Okay, I promise you. I promise you. You keep scrolling like on social media, and you think everything that you should be doing in business. You know, like when you're scrolling, like, oh, no, I should be doing this, but you're almost hooked. It's almost like an addiction. That is you trying to escape what the reality is and the real world and the action you need to be taking. And we're going to talk about why you keep trying to escape it. All right. And as I said, like as you scroll, you feel like you are numbing the worry, the overwhelm. It is still there. It is always still there, whispering to you, it's not enough. Let me just see what's going there. You're not enough. You're not amazing like everyone else. You are failing, right? It's all the judgment we have on ourselves, what I want to address today. So this procrastination and feeling of being frozen and stuck in business is a sign of your nervous system with her pink polka dot panties in a knot. It's your nervous system. That's what's doing it. And when you look at your nervous system, it's got nothing to do with strategy in business, where to post, how many times to post, what funnel to create, what lead magnet to create, what sales page to create, blah, blah, blah. First, address your nervous system. This is what we are talking about. Because when you are in procrastination and you are frozen, stuck in worry and shame and guilt and fear, it is your body fighting for survival. Your body is fighting to feel safe, right? I say to my clients so often, have your hand on your heart and just repeat, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. You need to release that from your body, okay? When you don't feel safe to show up in your business and the fear of doing more overwhelms you, you want to hide. Because in that moment, hiding feels safe. That's why you're going to be scrolling and trying to distract yourself. Oh, I need something to eat. Oh, I need to go and, I don't know, pet my dog. Oh, I need to, instead of really focusing, put your phone on silent. My phone is on silent the entire morning. Otherwise, I get distracted so badly. Okay. You feel safe hiding. But what is that doing to your business? Oh, what is it doing to your business? Okay. Whenever you guys have an aha moment, I want you to touch your nose 3 times. All right. We're reprogramming that way. Okay. You could also drop in the chat. I've got it nice and big so that I can see everything in the chat. Oops. What did I do? What have I done? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you feel safe. All right. I want you to feel super safe in your business. I want you to feel safe in your business. Doesn't that feel better? Yeah, Lisa's going, oh! Doesn't that feel better than feeling worried, overwhelmed, stressed, fear? Oh, am I good enough? All the things, right? I want you to feel magnetic in your business. I want you signing clients. I want you making gazillions of moolah in your business. But you first need to feel safe in your body doing it. Okay. I want to see those nose taps. So by the end of the training, you'll walk away knowing exactly how to magnetize clients and feel safe doing it. You'll uncover the hidden limiting beliefs that keep you blocked from the business that you are trying to create. You'll have access to a technique that will help you break through blocks to see results fast. And you'll know how to implement a formula to raise your vibrations, to step into your manifestations and your desires. I think Lisa just had an orgasm in the background. Okay, so if you stay till the end, and I know life is busy, I know how often I have been on a webinar in my kitchen cooking while watching, so I get it. If you do stay to the end, I'm going to give you a little prize. I put together a little program Oh, my cat just wants to come in. Just give me a second. Come, baby. Come, baby, quickly, Nana. Come. Come, Papa. Sorry, man. She was just meowing at this door. She's better. Hey, baby. So wealth attraction hypnosis, super great to reprogram that subconscious mind. 5 money EFT tapping videos to erase your biggest money blocks. If you don't know EFT tapping, you literally tap on pressure points to cleanse and heal energetically from your body. So we're not only doing it in a mental capacity, we're doing it energetically in our bodies as well, right? It's a double whammy release. I love training and coaching this way because you don't see coaches do it this way often. It's either one or the other. It's either strategy or mindset. And I love mushing it all together so that you can get a real overall effect, okay? And then also 55 affirmations to attract money and clients. So it's a whole lot of things like woven in between so that you can really have amazing success. Okay. I say you can immediately start reprogramming your brain for success and abundance in less than 10 minutes a day. This is not going to take you hours a day. I'm not interested in doing anything that takes me hours a day because I'm crazy busy. Afternoons are jam-packed with kids and all the things. I want it done fast and I want results fast. Okay. And I'm sure all of you will raise your hand and say, me too. Like, yes, nobody feels like doing something for hours and not seeing results, right? Let me tell you about this client of mine. She was a private one-on-one client, Danielle. She was struggling to make money, struggling to sign clients. She tried everything strategy, right? We can all relate to this. Money just trickled in, clients just trickled in. So on a call, I told her to do those 3 things that I just mentioned, that you're going to get at the end of the training. I've got a secret password that you're going to send me at the end of the training. So don't fall asleep. So I sent her the money workbook that you guys have got now. It's the money and client workbook, client attraction workbook. Such a good workbook. I'm so proud of it because I really feel I'm going to expand your brain into finding things you didn't even know existed, and thoughts and things and rubbish running through your body. Okay. So I gave her the money block, EFT tapping to do. I gave her the hypnosis and the workbook, all the things. I told her to find stillness, write in the workbook, start uncovering the blocks so that you can start manifesting dreams. Because once you uncover the blocks, that is your number one, is awareness. You need to know what's blocking you. How often have I come across people like, I don't know what's blocking me. I'm like, right, we need awareness. Let's go. Let's go. That is phase 1 of the academy. We're bringing awareness. Okay. She listened to the hypnosis. She did the workbook. She did all her things. And I got a call from her. She was squealing, high-pitched. I mean, have you ever phoned your bestie with like amazing news? Both of you speak that only dogs can hear you, right? This is exactly what it was. We were laughing, bubbling over with laughter. I didn't even realize why we were laughing so much. It was literally just contagious because she was laughing so much. And anyway, when you finally had to take a breath, I asked her, okay, Danielle, what is so funny? It was hysterical. And she said, I woke up to money in my bank account from a sale. That was so exciting to her because she experienced the shift. When you experience a shift, you want to do more of what shifts you. Because when you stop doing what shifted you, you're going to go back into your old programming. I have had clients so often say, I had such momentum, I was doing so well, and then it all fell apart. And when we start dissecting it, what happens? They stopped doing the energy work. They stopped doing the mindset work. Okay. So you need to know that it compounds. It compounds like brushing your teeth. It's not just because of smelly breath. It's just to have teeth when you are 80 years old. My dentist always says, only floss the teeth that you want to keep. Okay, I think I'll floss all of them. Thank you very much. Right? Okay, so it is, you need to compound it. You cannot do a mindset work, a meditation, a energy healing work, all the things, and do it for one day, do it for a week and go, okay, it's going to stop working. All right. So that is what she did. Super excited, super keen on keeping going. I want to know who wants the same results. Who would love a client within the next week? Hell yes, of course. Oh my, I keep doing this. I'm so sorry, guys. You're going to actually get so nauseous of me doing this. Okay. All right, there it is. Okay, so if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you a password that you can get all the extras besides the workbook that you already have. I want you to succeed. I want you to dive in. I want you to embody it. I wanted you to dissect your brain to see what is going on in the background that is keeping you stuck every day, all day long. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a secret word to DM me. So it's super private. Everyone who doesn't watch the workshop will not get it. Replay viewers, absolutely DM me. Okay, even if you watch the replay in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, doesn't matter. I'm sure I'll keep the training up at least until Friday. Okay, DM me and you will get all of it. I've packaged it together super nicely. I'll send you a link, no opt-in required. You will immediately get access. All right. Okay, so are we ready to dive into the training? Drop the word magic in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. It's go time. You know what I'm doing wrong? I'm not clicking on my other screen. Me, bring more clients. Yes, baby. Hell yes. Hey, Gia. Love it. Oh, all the magic. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Magic and me are like, yeah, well, I don't know. It's just there. I love it. All right. So in case you don't know who I am, if it's the first time you're meeting me, I'm Yvette Farinha. I'm a mindset and manifesting coach. I help women heal their abundance blocks so that they can create their fuck yes business. And when you create a fuck yes business, a fuck yes life just follows, man. So that to me, I'm passionate about it. But let me first tell you, this is where I was in 2013. At the time, my twin boys were 3 years old. So this was 10 years ago today. I dressed up for a family event and I felt so fancy all dressed up. So that is me dressed up, looking lovely, not realizing that what was going on in the inside was reflecting on the outside. Okay. Because looking in the mirror, you see it constantly and you don't realize what other people see. And when I saw this photograph, something shifted in me. Okay. I was struggling with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, zero self-belief in myself. Confidence was shot. This was legit a rock bottom moment for me. So a couple of months after the photo was taken, all right, I remember, because when I saw that photograph, I was like, oh my gosh, something has got to shift. I had so much pain and sadness just looking at that photograph, because that wasn't me a few years back, all right, when I was in my 20s. There I was in my 30s. I remember hearing Tony Robbins say, the day you no longer tolerate something in your life is the day that everything changes. When you just decide, it is the decision, rock solid intention, it's got to change. Something has got to change. And I believe that is why you are on this training today, because you felt that. You felt the need to really step up, right? And show up and do what you needed to do. What's Lisa saying? You look so different. I know. I decided I was ready for my partner, met him a month later. Boom. That's it. It's that energetic shift in your vibration. Okay. So I remember that morning specifically because I'd been crying all morning. I felt really old all my life. People always thought I was way younger than I actually was. And I was feeling old. I was feeling as if I was running out of time. I was that's the anxiety as well, right? Running out of time. There's something I need to do and I'm not getting it done. Completely felt like a failure as a human. If you had a look at my life then, nothing was really failing. It was all in my head. I think having my twin boys eventually was tripping me up as well. And the failure as a mother and the failure in business and the failure in this and all the things. Okay. Looking at friends from school, from an outside view, seeing what they've done with their lives, all the comparison completely screws with your mind. Okay. So that specific day, it changed. Something shifted for me. That day when I was just crying and I was so sad and I read those words from Tony Robbins, it completely shifted for me. I decided I wanted a fuck yes life. I decided I do not want to settle anymore. I decided that I need to come first. Okay. So I went from low self-esteem to helping women all over the world realize the magic inside themselves. I mean, we hear this all the time. There's magic inside of you, but you don't know how to tap into it. You don't even know how big it is. You don't know how to expand and release it because your smallness keeps it really small and hidden because you're so scared of what other people will think of this magic. But it all started in my mind. Every last drop of it. No one came and rescued me. No one said, take my hand and I'm going to fix your life for you. Nobody. Everyone went on with their lives and everyone had sympathy with me and some people acknowledged it and others didn't. And tablets, like a heap of tablets to take every day and just, you're surviving and people just accept that, you're surviving. Oh, she's fine. If you are not fine. So when I applied mindset to manifesting the dream life, like before that, I'd manifested a lot of things. I mean, just my husband and my twin boys, big manifestations. So I knew manifestation and I was trying to figure it out. I didn't realize that mindset was just as important. Okay. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. So I achieved the mindset by starting with one thought. So all those thoughts in your mind, right? I call them the mean girl thoughts, where it is you are not good enough. Look at others. Oh, look how successful they are. Look how much they're making. Why can't you do it? Why are you such a failure? You're such a loser. What am I doing wrong? That is the mean girl thoughts. All right. And when I decided that I am a fucking delight, and I just had a mantra as a broken record in my head over and over because I didn't think I was a delight at all. I didn't think anyone would want to listen to anything I had to say, listen to my opinion, listen to advice, listen to anything. So for me, using that, I'm a fucking delight, went through my body like an electric shock. I decided I wanted to be a badass. And I wanted to show other women how to be a badass in their energy as well. I decided, like painted vividly that picture in my mind of what that would look like. And I never knew how deeply I was touching women's lives until messages started flowing in. Okay, look at these messages. This is my latest one from Lisa, babe, who's on the call. So many. Eye-opening call with Yvette last week. Amazing manifestation boot camp. Started up my own practice. I got my first deal in December, got specific agents, busy setting up my own company. That is a friend that was a client of mine, setting up her own business. She never thought she would. When I think of becoming a badass vixen, I've got the feeling of conquering, of being powerful, and it feels like I can. Just over and over, you are one hell of a badass, darling. The messages just kept flowing in, and it blew my mind because I still didn't really think that I was changing anyone's life. And the more I just did the mindset work, the more I realized that it is happening. It is happening, and it gets to be easy, not just for me, but for you too. It starts with making that decision, and you need to want it as badly as you need oxygen. That whatever anyone says, whatever other triggers come your way, doesn't matter because you are living for it. That is the magic. This is when people say, I want what she has. You know, Harry met Sally? You know that scene? I want what she's having. That's the life I want for you. Okay, this is what you're going to learn in this workshop. Let's go. Tell me, are you ready to create your fuckness? Yes, business. I need to know on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 is meh, and 10 is fuck yes. Where are you on the scale of 1 to 10? Creating something amazing. Sharon, my mean girl was playing nice last week until I slept so silly. Love it. Yes, 9.5. 10, says Amesh. Hello, Amesh, sweetheart. Sharon's a 10. Belinda's a 10. Oh, yes. Are you ready? Let's go. I love it. Okay, so I know what it takes to win because I've been in the dark depths of a never-ending pit of misery and victimhood. And I clawed my way out of that. Okay, clawed my way out stronger than ever before. I do not believe this is my level of strength. I believe I will grow into even more. And I do it because it compounds. Okay, so over the next hour, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help you win too. Okay, I really want to see you win. And I want you to see it for yourself. I want you to see that you can do this. All right. So are you cool with that? Does it sound good to you? Yes. I think I've had so many yeses already. I think we're good to go. Okay. So how did I get to where I was to where I am today? I'm going to answer that by stepping back a little bit. All right. So me from a few years back, remember, I felt as if I was in prison. At this point in time, I had no idea who I was as a person. I didn't know what my passion was. I didn't even know my favorite color. I just hid it from myself. I blocked off everything. I had no idea what I liked, what I didn't like. I felt like I needed to be a chameleon to blend in with other people so that they could like me. I didn't know what I liked. God forbid I didn't feel like I belonged, that people liked me, all the things that we all go through all the time, okay? If someone asked me a question, in my opinion, I would die. I'd go blood red. I would stutter and stammer. Hated it. I hated it, okay? Because I grew up that when you had an opinion, you got slapped through the face. I mean, so many of us grew up that way, right? It's like, that is cheeky. You will not speak to me like that. And you're thinking like, I've just said something on my mind, okay? So you start being programmed that it is safer to keep quiet. Can you see that smallness coming in? That is where the programming is, the programming of smallness, okay? So we all had it differently. You can drop in the comments if you want to. Otherwise, go through it in your workbook. Okay, there's my little noonies. They're probably about 3 years old there. So by the time they were born, my self-confidence was so low. I had tried all businesses under the sun, like a proper entrepreneur, right? Photography, art, interior decorating, Reiki, baby seats that are imported from China, like the whole bang shoot. And I failed at all of them and I didn't know why. I kept thinking I was doing something wrong. Let me see what this is. Gia says, I know what you're feeling, but don't at the same time. I can so relate to being asked an opinion. Oh, yes, 100%, my love. So I felt like I was failing as a mother, but I was also failing at all these things. So everything was compounding in failure. Okay. I had to constantly sleep. I slept 14 to 16 hours a day, dragging my feet. I felt old, I felt fragile, and I had these little boys to look after. My worst fear was just tugging and tugging. My boys are growing up and I'm missing out on their lives. That to me was probably the most painful thing to acknowledge, because I was sleeping so much. I couldn't remember memories. It was just a complete disaster. My sadness, it's that deep, heavy, you know, that heavy, heavy sadness. I remember sitting in the shower one day and just sobbing. I just had this water flowing over me. I felt the cold floor and my butt was freezing, but I just couldn't stand up. And I was just sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. I didn't want to use a muscle. I just needed to release, release, release. And I just knew that I was meant for more, because I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I knew I had to fight back. I knew I needed answers. I knew I needed help. I knew I needed something, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know where to find the help. So after I was diagnosed with all these wonderful things, I decided to see a naturopath just to go and find out, like, I'm trying to find help now, right? Because when you set that intention, answers start coming, books will arrive, people will mention something, opportunities will come about, things will start happening for you, okay? And he said one thing that stuck out to me. This is all manifested in your body because you don't love yourself. And I was just like, what? How can you say I don't love myself? I had no concept, nothing. And then he started explaining, like with neuroscience, what we think of ourselves causes the disease in our bodies, right? It is all energetically related. I was hiding, I was playing small, I knew I was meant for more. He was literally reading my mind. And he was saying to me, your soul is calling out. And that's why you started getting answers, because you started asking for help. It was honestly such a wake-up call for me. Truly loving yourself meant that you stopped all thoughts about not being good enough. Now, doesn't mean I don't feel that way now. I still work on it every single day. Okay, being good enough, being good enough, being good enough. You go online and someone says something and you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't feel good enough. Look at them, they're judging. Yes, all the judgment. So scared of all the judgment, right? It's just because you don't feel good enough. Okay, so I decided something scary to change my life. Okay. I remember doing a dance class. It was modern dance combined with martial arts and free dance and yoga and cool downs and meditations. Actually, I brought in my own meditation, so it wasn't there as a structure, as a blueprint in the class, and it was called Nia. But I felt like I was home. I felt like I could express myself. I felt like I could just be myself in that moment. All right. I said it was creative and spiritual, and it just deeply resonated with my hippie gypsy side, the creativity side, that free spirit side. I was pulled to teach this type of dance. Oh, I've got such a fright. Hello, Barbadi. This is whiskey, everybody. So I was so scared of messing up and being judged and everyone watching me. But I decided I didn't want to sit in the shadows waiting for my life to get better, right? Because if you do the waiting game, it's never going to get better unless you make a decision and you change it. So I decided to do something about it. I was so excited. I felt more alive than I did in years and years and years. And I couldn't wait to tell my husband about it. Okay. My heart was beating. I could actually feel like I could hardly breathe because I was so excited and I was so nervous about what he was going to say. And he looked at me and he said, your body can't handle it. Because he'd obviously seen my body, right? He see every single day living in this fatigue and pain and all the things. And I just said, my soul needs this. I just knew everything else would work out. My soul needed it. Okay. It was the first time I stood up for what I wanted. I didn't back down. I just did it. I became certified. And for a month, I started practicing one routine. Okay. Where normally with every class that you have, you would have a different routine to mix it up. And I would just practice one. And I remember being so unfit. I remember huffing and puffing and I couldn't get through 1 hour. I remember forgetting the steps and just all the things all the time. But the day came and I wanted to vomit with nerves when I was driving to the studio. And that day was, I had 3 or 4 ladies that was going to do the class with me. And I just wanted to turn my car around and go back home and cancel. I wanted to vomit the whole time. It was so nerve-wracking. Who's ever started something and they were so nervous, they literally felt nauseous? Let me check these messages. Oh, Lisa, loved your dance classes and the meditations were amazing. Yes, I needed to add meditations, man. I love it. Getting up on stage. Oh, right. Horrid. But I started the playlist and we did it. We went for it. This is some of the photos of me dancing. This is a little unicorn celebration we had. We all had little unicorn heads and me dancing there. And this was one of my birthday classes. This was a full dance class with other teachers, near teachers. I created a business I loved. Do I not look very different? Even with dark hair. So it's not the dark hair. I've played with that. It's just a matter of doing what you love, man, and doing it with passion. So opportunities started coming and I appeared on TV. They approached me. They phoned me randomly one day and said, we've got the show and this is the young guy that was bullied and terrorized because he came out as gay in his community. And they just wanted this whole dance class to uplift him and to show on TV how uplifting it is. I mean, from someone super shy to someone appearing on TV. I still don't even know how it happened. I got phoned up by magazines. I went on the radio. I just expanded because I wanted to show more and more and more people how to dig themselves out of their hole. Okay. Of course, it wasn't all rainbows and unicorns. Like I had days that I would cry, man. Not one student would show up to the studio. My husband always said, just go and dance anyway. Just dance because it's for you. It's for you. And I kept working on my mindset. I saw myself, I believed what I was capable of. I always wanted to show more and more people. And that is where I got asked to dance on stages with 100 women in front of me because I kept saying, I want to bring it to more people. Okay. But that got me into coaching. And it was because of the coaching, I realized the mindset needs to be in business as well. And that's when I started reaching out and started coaching specifically on mindset in business. Because without the mindset and the energetic work, it's going to feel heavy and it's going to feel tough. Okay. So that's exactly what I was saying. It's not only on the dance floor where people hide and play small, but of course in business as well. So I was inspiring them, motivating them, giving them permission to live their best lives. But I wanted to coach them even deeper. Okay. This is where I was on stages. I was invited to United Unconsciousness. It was a big worldwide celebration that we have. I was one of the panelists. Here I was, I don't know if you can see that nicely, invited to appear on a podcast. So everything started happening because I made one decision. Okay, when you follow a set blueprint that I teach you in the academy, when you follow that, you start healing your body energetically, where all that trauma lies. Okay. Oh, let me just quickly look at these messages for you guys. You're amazing and brave as fuck. Oh, I love you, my babes. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so I poured all my energy learning into coaching, going deeper into neuroscience, quantum physics, energetics of mindset, and manifesting. So I was very adamant not to only ever focus on one thing, but a broader spectrum, so that it can be like a universal healing of mind, body, soul. Okay. The more I dived in, the more I learned about how beliefs shape your reality, that we can choose the thoughts we want to think on purpose. You could actually do that. Choose to think it on purpose. It drives an emotion, and the emotion will drive the action that you take that manifest your reality. Let me just pull this a little bit over this way. Can you guys all see that? Okay. Okay, so the more, I don't know why, can you guys see this panel on top of the screen? No, is there no panel for you? Because I just feel like it's a little bit in the way and I don't want it to mess up. Oh, you know what, I can put it there, fabulous. Okay, so the more I studied the concepts, the more I implemented into my life, seeing results. So I became stronger, energized, confident, all the things. People started noticing, okay? And I just became obsessed with ways to help others. And since then, I use the exact same principles and systems to manifest a fuck yes life, fuck yes business, fuck yes to everything. It's the same principles. Okay. I don't leave anything just to be on default. Okay. You dive in, you figure it out. All right. So passionate every day. I've absolutely found my purpose after struggling for many years to find it. Okay, so oh right, okay, so everyone always thought everything landed in my lap because they never saw the behind the scenes work of it. I was never ever going to go back to where I was just surviving, because when you start thriving, it's almost like this obsession that comes over you, right? You want to thrive more, okay? So my mindset became our priority. Mindset and the deep work, when I talk about that, I mean the energetic work. So it's neuroscience plus the energetic work became absolute priority, okay? It's not easy because your brain wants to go back to the default thinking, always. To this day, my brain goes back to the default thinking. And if I didn't have tools in my back pocket to immediately crush it, I would probably go back to where I was 10 years ago over and over and over multiple times. That's why some people stay stuck there. All right. So I decided to turbocharge this so that I could serve women so much better. I wanted to build a community of like-minded women that are fired up. I mean, like all of you in the beginning, I could just feel that fired up energy, right? No longer willing to give self-doubt and disbelief any attention, want to rise up and say yes to life. I love saying that your life is not a dress rehearsal, where some people almost treat it that way. It's like, oh, I'm practicing for the big scene, for the actual play one day. And if you start realizing that every day you're living, this is the life and time is ticking away. And by the time you're 80, you're going to look back and go, oh my gosh, I wasted so much time. I could have done so much more. I certainly do not want to be in that position. Okay. So I created this community that supports and guides everyone together so that none of us can ever say that they're playing alone. I don't want anyone to do this on their own because it is such hard work. Just the energy of getting out of your head with no one there to guide you and support you, for me, was really a struggle. And I think I took so much longer because I was hammering away on my own. And if you have a way to cut down on that time and get it done so much faster, I would 100% back you up in doing that, okay? You are strongest as a tribe, always. I mean, you cannot compare a tribe versus one person on his own to go and hunt, for example, okay? Someone to reach out to take your hand when you have fallen. All right, so again, I'm just bringing all of this up because it just fires me up. I look at all these beautiful messages. I've just got tons and tons and tons of them. And I think it is just beautiful to see that community coming together. Okay, so I understood the magnitude of our beliefs, all right? If we go back into mindset, and how devastating it can be on your life, like legit devastating. It can pull you down, it can cut you deep, man, because of a belief that you believe. A thought that is running through your head on repeat becomes a belief. So with 70,000 thoughts a day, 80% are negative thoughts. Unconsciously, right? If you had to record what happens in your head all day, I think you will be absolutely livid of how you talk to yourself about yourself and how you are lower than the lowest, I don't know, what's on the bottom of the ocean? Prawns? Prawn shit. I don't know. Like, would you talk to your child that way? And tell them how useless they are and how much they're failing and they're just not good enough. And, you know, would you talk to your child that way? That's always what I think about. So as I said, you're always thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of nice things. I'm not lovable. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough time to live a great life. What if I fail? I'll never get lucky. Like really crappy thoughts. And this is what's blocking you. This is the only thing. It is not the strategy. It is not how much money you have to pump into the business. It is not about the type of people around you or the government or whatever it is. It's what you say to yourself and what you believe that you are capable of. Okay. I want you to know that these thoughts are not who you are. They are just thoughts that you can decide to think or not to think. Okay, I have had so many people say to me, I was told at childhood that I would never be anything in life or that I was useless it's just, why are you choosing to actually believe it? Now that you're an adult, you can stand back and go, what is the truth in that? This is where the workbook is going to come in so handy for you, because I want you to dive even deeper into this, especially when it comes to money, that is deserving of money, deserving of clients, feeling good enough for money, feeling good enough taking on clients, feeling good enough giving a service in the world, feeling good enough about what you're doing. So important. It goes deep into your nervous system. So you cannot only do it mentally, you need to do it energetically to really heal and release from your body. All right. So what if there was another way? A way that will create magic in your life, a way that will having a dream big, knowing that you can achieve it. Imagine setting a goal, knowing with everything in your being that you can achieve it. That feels good. Way better than I could never do that. I'm not good enough. Okay, way better. All right. All right. So let me ask you, if all of it is too good to be true, how did Tony Robbins rise from absolute poverty to inspire millions around the world? How did Oprah Winfrey create an empire when she was ridiculed, molested, all her young life, put down, living in poverty? Jim Carrey, we all know that story, right? Dropping out of school to support his family. And he had this dream of earning $1 million for a movie. He did it. 10 years later. He earned $1 million for Dumb and Dumber. Despite Albert Einstein's dyslexia, and didn't speak until he was 4 years old, and he still won a Nobel Prize. How the fuck did he do it? How did he not think I'm not good enough? Walt Disney being fired from his first job, being told that he didn't have enough imagination or creativity. I mean, hello. How did he overcome that? Thousands and thousands of others. I mean, I could list thousands of examples of people that changed something in their life, and they came from somewhere where it was victimhood, and they decided, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change it. It started in their minds. mindset from scarcity and unworthiness into greatness, into bigness, into badassery. It's just what you believe. Can you believe every day that you are badass? Doesn't matter what you do in your business, that you are a badass. How cool would that be, right? Every day, this is what I was doing. Every day, hours and hours and hours reciting affirmations, doing vision boards, hoping that things would change. Now, I'm not knocking affirmations and vision boards because I love it, but you have got to go deeper. That is surface level. That is where you start reprogramming, where you start tapping into what it is that you desire. Very surface level. You need to go deeper in your mind, deeper into your subconscious reprogramming, deeper energetically shifting it from the cells of your body. Shifting it, meaning I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, worthiness. But that took too long for me. It works, it took too long. That is where I was stuck on something really long, okay? I uncovered the power of limiting beliefs, which I didn't realize before, and most importantly, releasing it, as I just said, energetically from your body to make you feel safe when you show up, to make you feel safe to be seen, to make you feel safe attracting clients, to make you feel safe having a lot of money, right? Who relates to that? Not feeling safe in this world. Yes? Not feeling safe being who you are, right? I get goosebumps thinking of it. Not feeling safe who you are, not feeling good enough. You need to feel safe in your body first before you go and try out the complicated funnel in your business, before you start a complicated sales page in your business, before you start talking to clients about your business, you need to feel safe. Because if you don't feel safe, you're going to procrastinate, you're going to feel overwhelmed, you're going to scroll on social media, watching TikTok videos of cats, which I do now that I've got cats. Because you're numbing and you're stalling because you don't feel safe posting online and having no one see it, posting online and having no one comment, posting online and having no one in your DM saying, I want what you've got. Okay, you have got to feel safe, right? So when you spend time consciously thinking about your life and what you believe about yourself and life in general, everything becomes crystal clear. When you start understanding that these are my money blocks, like this, these are my limiting beliefs about money, these are my limiting beliefs about myself, about clients, about people in general, about how I feel about the world, everything starts becoming crystal clear, okay? So if you were a child and you were told that rich people were snobs, which I was told, you form a belief that every time you try and make money, something blocks you. Because I certainly do not want anyone to think that I'm a snob and that I think I'm above them or better than them. Okay, can you see that belief that was formed? If you were a child and you were told you can't have everything your eyes see, you feel unworthy of even thinking of dreaming big because you can't have everything because you formed that belief. So you're going to block it and you're not going to manifest anything big because you don't deserve it. You can't have everything you ever want. And I'm going, why not? But I'm only going there because I did that mindset work. Okay. If you were told as a kid, if you were told kids are meant to be seen and not heard, I was certainly told that, you would have formed a belief that you aren't good enough to be seen, to be heard, right? How many of us have a belief that we are not good enough to be seen and to be heard because others do it better than us? Others do it better than us. Literally me, even the videos. Imposter syndrome, it's exactly where it comes from. You feel like you are being a fraud. Being a fraud? right? Like something isn't real because you don't feel real. You feel like you're faking it. I always thought that changing a belief was really hard because I struggled, okay? Because I was doing affirmations and vision boards. I'd spend hours trying to figure out how to do it, hours Googling limiting beliefs. And if a coach spoke about a limiting belief, I'm like, oh, I have to know how to change a limiting belief. Okay. I promise you, hours and hours and hours. And every time I tried, I fell back into my old routine before I even realized it, right? We've all done that. Whether you wanted to lose weight or stop smoking or start exercising or doing business stuff and mindset work, we've all stopped and not even realized that we've fallen back into our old routine. We've all done that. Okay. So I'd go back to my old ways, feeling miserable about how much money I didn't have. And I felt everything felt like hard work. Because remember, I'm now in my coaching business, started a couple of years back. I kind of started while I was dancing. And it was really when COVID hit and I closed my dance studio that I went full-time into coaching. Okay. So then I realized really what business mindset was before all the other fancy bells and whistles that you add to business. Okay. I always felt like I wasn't special like all the other people out there. They just magically changed their limiting beliefs and magically attracted all these things, and I couldn't figure it out. The system that I had an error, and I realized it wasn't working. I realized there had to be something more. Okay. So I need you to pay attention, to listen up. Because if you miss it, you're going to miss out on the number one reason that you have been struggling all your life. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, so it can change everything for you if you implement it. That's why I want you to pay attention. It will make every single part of your life and your business better. Okay, for real. I'm not going to tell you just brush your teeth. All right. So did you know that you can combine neuroscience and energy work to do the healing work for you, the heavy lifting for you? Now, of course, you do know this because I've been harping on it since we started. Oh, Himesh, I definitely feel like I was not good enough all the time, right? Especially in business, because your product or service is so personal to you. And you need to feel that people think, wow, that's amazing. Wow, that can change my life. Wow, this can work. And if they don't think that, then you think it means something about you because it's so personal. You think you're not good enough. And when you start shifting that out of your body, so much happens. So many good things happen. Okay. So let's get on to this. All right. So with specific hypnoses, you can reprogram your subconscious mind without you even knowing that you do it. Okay. This is something that if you can have a daily practice, just not, if you can't do it daily, just a practice where you can really get into it. Literally like falling asleep, because you can literally put it on while you fall asleep. I love even having something in the background when I'm getting ready in the morning or when I'm doing work, and it can be really soft because it's my subconscious mind that takes it in. I don't have to consciously think about how I'm processing. Okay. It is just reprogramming, and it is just a compounded exercise that you do over and over and over. And when you look again, that is just what you believe, that you are meant for more, or that you are good enough to do it, or there is a possibility you can live in possibility. Okay. Okay. So like I said, like you, while you're dozing off, new neurons start wiring and firing together. Okay. And this is exactly what this little image is. It's your neurons that start wiring and firing. So it doesn't wire and fire, I'm not good enough, money is hard to make, like all the same things. You start, there's like a glitch in the system, and you start reprogramming, and it starts like listening to a different thing. And when you do it over and over and over and over, it becomes super solid in your subconscious mind. And that is where you start living it out from the inside out. Okay. Repeat the process. The new thought process, the belief becomes your new default It is scientifically proven, by the way. I'm not thumb sucking this. It is legit scientifically proven. Okay, so I have a 3-step process, Heal Your Magnetism. I teach it in the academy. We're not going to get into it right now because this in itself is so long, and that is really deep work that you do, energetic work. Okay, so you learn how to access the limiting beliefs. It's embedded in your nervous system. And then I teach you how to release it through specific energy work. And you don't even have to do the work every day. Literally, when I'm very conscious of a limiting belief come up, I do the energy work. I go through the 3-step process and I release it immediately. It is crazy how fast your body can release something from it. Okay. What happens? I start feeling safe, showing up, being seen, being heard, and you shift into magnetism. When you feel safe in your body, you shift into magnetism. You can feel safe in your mind and shift there as well, which is something I've done many years of times and years and whatever. When I started shifting in my body energetically, I started showing up so much different in my business. I stopped caring what people thought. Big aha moment for me. I stopped giving a fuck. And then when I do give a fuck and I'm super triggered, I go and do the energy work and I start clearing it immediately. Okay. Okay. So how to use neuroscience to your advantage. All right. So at the end, you're going to DM me the secret password. You're going to get the wealth attraction hypnosis. You're going to see things differently. So it's really just that reprogramming, repetitive, right? It's repetitive, the compound effect. Just always remember that momentum. You can't do it for 2 days and then not do it for 3 months, because your old programming is always stronger because you've been old programming for decades. Just know that you are learning to walk. And a little baby learning to walk, a toddler learning to walk, never only does it 1 day and then not again for 3 weeks. That little guy gets up and falls as many times as needed until they start walking. So if that little guy can do it, I know you can do it too. All right. You'll start seeing possibility. You'll start seeing a lot of changes in your life. Okay. You need to understand you will only ever manifest at the level of your belief. Write that down, take a screenshot, put that up right in front of you, stick it on your mirror, write it on with permanent marker. You will only ever manifest what you believe at the level of your belief. So if there's something that you're not manifesting, you need to go back and have a look at what your limiting belief is. What is limiting you? Right? From manifesting this. This is why subconscious reprogramming is 100% vital when you decide to stop pussyfooting around and to level up your life into big, beautiful, badass way. That badassery, that is it. It is a level of belief. Lisa says, I love that the work goes on without me knowing it. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Nice. That is a Joe Dispenza saying. Consistency is key, my weakness until now. There you go. And you know what? It can be in less than 5 minutes a day, your consistency. You do not have to go, I have to reprogram all day long. That's how powerful your subconscious mind is. That is literally 90-something% of what you do every day. So subconsciously. But when you start doing it consistently, instead of seeing lack, you will see abundance. Instead of seeing smallness, you will see bigness, because that is how you are programming this computer of yours, right? That's how you're programming it. Okay. I feel like I've already mentioned this. It becomes crystal clear. So it's just a matter of being very conscious of what you're thinking. And that is where 99.9% of people go wrong because they are just not conscious of it. They're just stuck. They stay stuck in the worry and the overwhelm, the anxiety, the depression, and they don't know why. It's just because they're not conscious of what's going on between their ears. That's it. The murky waters that keep secrets hidden becomes translucent, and your answers start bubbling up to the surface. Because when you start clearing out that mucky water, answers start flowing. So I started clearing it up, and a thought came to me through a person saying, I need to go and dance again. Oh my God, where did that one sentence lead me about 8 years down the line now, 10 years down the line to today? Mind blowing, right? Because I started clearing up those murky waters. I started listening to what goes on between my ears. Take a deeper look at your limiting beliefs that keep you stuck from accessing your magnetism. That just is so good because that really dulls your sparkle. A limiting belief chat. What did you hear people say about money when you were growing up? What did your parents say? What did your family say? What did school teachers say? The church, society as a whole? You know what? I actually forgot my dongle. Am I still recording? You guys good? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right. So when you start rewiring your brain, you start activating this tiny little potent part of your brain called your reticular activating system. All right. This is how your RAS works. It is wired for your survival. So whatever, if you don't feed it a goal, it's going off your limiting beliefs. It's like your filter. Okay. So you need to give it another goal in life. Okay, so you can feed your RAS with what you want to attract into your life. Okay, so now you're not even going, yes, but I've got a limiting belief about this. You're kind of bypassing that, and you are going, I'm going to feed my reticular activating system with what I do want. All right, this is the reprogramming. So it processes the information that you feed it, and it will reflect it back to you in evidence. It is so cool. This is something we all have in our brains that we just don't use properly. Okay, so when you focus on scarcity, then you'll hear it, you'll read it, you experience it everywhere. People talk about it, it's all you attract. It's on the news, friends. Clients don't pay, you don't attract them, all the things, the scarcity things. But when you shift your perspective and you change that core belief and you start focusing on abundance and you start feeding it differently, you're going to see things happen differently. Opportunities come to you, thoughts, downloads that you have to create something, to do something differently, to set something up, talking to someone that can just really inspire you. It's amazing. Okay. So for example, you want to attract 100K in your business. Start feeding it that dream, get juicy with it. You can put it up on vision boards. You can have it in affirmations. You can literally talk to it. Your hypnosis can be about generating money, right? The hypnosis you'll get at the end. Let it, use it as the filter so that you can see more and it can reflect that back to you so that you know what steps to take. Okay. Yes, reflect back as a filter. Okay. So for example, my high school was in the middle of town. So it was super busy. It was buses and cars and hooting and people. And I remember hearing it like, you know, that buzzing of a city. Okay. But in class, we hardly ever heard it until someone mentioned it and we listened and we could hear the traffic. It was fascinating. And I remember even as a high school student in class, experiencing that, not knowing how my brain is working. And now by doing all the neuroscience research, I know it's your reticular activating system. So you can filter in and out what you want to see. You have got that capacity. So use it. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. Okay. Did that. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yes. So what I'm saying is, When you consciously use this, you can start consciously, very consciously create your reality, and you start becoming magnetic because you are doing it on purpose. So I'm going to show you 3 ways to do this. Okay. Firstly, you're going to visualize. Your brain loves imagery. So find images that represent your goal in all its glory. So 5 minutes a day, sit and imagine it. Or when you fall asleep, so good when you fall asleep, start imagining it, start visualizing it in detail. Hear the things, see the colors, add juiciness to it. Every night as you do it, you're going to build that muscle up, and you can do it more and more and more and more and more. Okay. The second thing you're going to be doing is using emotion. It is the driving force because it's filled with energy. Okay. Packed with energy in motion. That's emotion. Okay. The energy is going to activate your brain as well as your body. Can you see how we're now combining 2 things? And you're going to fill it with this emotion of love, strongest emotion ever, right? Love can conquer all. You know, we hear all these things. When you're in that vibration of love, there is no scarcity. Okay, that is the vibration of the universe, of God, of your higher self, of your spirit guides, of angels, of whatever you call that higher being. It's just the energy of love. That's what it is. So bring that into your visualization, right? I love seeing gold pouring in. I love seeing white. You can see pink, any color. You can see rainbow colors. You can see glitter. As long as you feel that passion, as long as you feel it's like igniting you and it's igniting your visualization, which is your goal, it's going to blow your mind. Excuse me. Okay. And number 3, it's repetition. Again, like that little kiddo trying to walk, feed your rays daily. Even if there's a negative thought, let you be conscious of it, catch it, become aware, and go, oh, let me rather feed my reticular activating system or my rays with what I do want. See the image, feel the power of it, and repeat it daily. Okay. I promise you, everything is going to change for you just by doing this. This is not even doing all the other work that you can do, just by doing this. And who can't do a little bit of this throughout the day? Who can't dream of their goal all day long, a little bit all day long? That is so much fun. Way more fun than being in anxiety and worry and overwhelm. Such a good way to get out of that space immediately. Gia says, this is so ridiculously powerful. I mean, yes, tell me about it. Okay, so when you start feeding your rays, inspired action will follow. Inspiration will come because you are vibrating at the level of inspiration. You are vibrating differently when you start feeding your subconscious mind what you want. You're not vibrating at lack. Okay. Let's keep going. All right. So this is really cool. Your goal should excite you a lot and scare you just a little tad. If it doesn't, it is too small and you're certainly going to lose interest. Okay. If it is too big, you're going to lose interest as well, because it's just energetically, you are not there. So if you have never manifested $1 million in your life, it's going to be hard. So start small, process, momentum, build it up, but start where it excites you a little bit and scares you a little bit. Excites you a lot and scares you a little, okay? It's like I'm saying the Goldilocks experience with the 3 Bears house. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Right? Okay. And listen, don't be scared to set the goal because you don't know if it's too big or too small. You'll know because you can sit in that energy and you will know if it excites you enough. Okay. Okay. So when you start this reprogramming, you're going to start believing that everything is available to you. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you. I never used to tell anyone my dreams because I was so scared of being knocked down, which happened plenty. The minute you dream big and someone's like, are you mad? That could never happen. You could never do that. So I really started protecting my goals because to me, it was this energetic force that I was feeding and nurturing like a little baby, right? And growing it and expanding it. So then instead of seeing evidence of you can't afford it, you're going to start seeing evidence of how can I afford it? It's a very, very, very different energy that you feel when you start this reprogramming. You're open to creative suggestions that was never available to you before because you didn't see it because you had a filter on. And when you release the filter and you start expanding it, suddenly you see the opportunities coming to you. Okay. It is quick. It is simple. It is easy. Okay. If it was hard to do and it took a lot of time, I certainly would not have done it. I would have given up long ago, but it's the practice that I love, that I embody, that I do every single day to attract more, to be more, to step into that bigness. Okay. So there are many ways of different techniques of using this different kind of reprogramming work. I do teach it in depth in Badass Manifesting Academy to make it easy, simple, and fast. And I give you a lot of options so that you can embody the work the way you want to, that you can release energetically the way you want to, that you can reprogram the way you want to, that you know there is guidance. When you feel stuck and you have no idea what to do, there's always a way to do it. Okay. All right. I'm saying that time is limited, and I just wanted to share a strategy for you today that you can go and use right now, the minute we jump off this call. So please start using it. I would love to hear feedback. I have found it tremendous. Love it, love it, love it. It has done a whole world for me. But I want to dive into money, clients, and sales. And I want you to start listening to these questions, which is in the workbook as well. That what is the cost of you holding on to your limiting beliefs? What is it costing you? Having limiting beliefs about money, about clients, about sales, about marketing, about your bigness in the world, about you showing up, about you being seen, about you being heard. What is it costing you in life? Living with those fears. Okay. If you don't let go of these limiting beliefs, would your life be different a year from now, 5 years, 10 years from now? Or will it be exactly the same? GS is costing me everything at the end of the day, I reckon. Get more specific. What does everything mean? Everything to me means very different everything to you. You don't have to do it here, Gina. You can really dive into your workbook. But I want you guys to start thinking of this. If I don't shift something, what is it costing me? Think of your life 10 years from now. Will it be the same if you don't shift something? So become conscious of the language that you're using when you think of money. Okay. It's all got to do with becoming aware, becoming conscious. That is how you start your reprogramming. That is how you start breaking and crushing down those limiting beliefs. Is it from childhood? What do you notice yourself using, like the phrases, okay? Money doesn't grow on trees. The rich get richer. The poor get poorer. You're greedy if you want more money. Oh my gosh, of course. You have to work hard to make lots of money. Of course you do. You have to sacrifice family time to make lots of money. There's more important things in life than money, even though money can bring you so much expansion, so much experience life. To experience life, you really need money. You do, or you can YouTube it, I suppose. Okay, so the computer software or app that you download, you need to upgrade it to work efficiently. Okay, so I've emailed you the implementation workbook. Please start using it. You do not have to print it out. There's a whole lot of pages. You could literally just write it in your journal and write it out there, or you can print it out so that you can keep it as a hard copy, but really don't let it become dusty. That's really what I want. Okay. I want you to free yourself from these shackles. The burden, I know, is really heavy, and it drains you. It drains you, and it saps your energy away, and your sparkle dims. Okay. So ask yourself, get real with yourself. What is the truth? And the more filters that you drop, the more you'll expand into abundance. So there is this program of you that some of you aren't in the academy that are on live today, that I want to talk about, the 21-day Kaching challenge. It very specifically helps you rewire your relationship with money. Okay, you shift your frequency to the vibration of attracting abundance. That is what the workbook needs to work out for you, is what is your relationship with money and where are you blocked? Okay. So if this sounds like something that you want to change in your life, you could use this blueprint to work on your limiting beliefs around money. It's the most powerful tool you can implement for financial success in your life. The most powerful one to change your relationship with money. This program is $297, otherwise 3,555 South African rand. Okay, quick rundown of what you get in this program. You break out of scarcity mindset. You magnetically attract the money frequency to create more money in your life. You understand the law of income to multiply what you attract. You implement the mini miracle money habits to see changes in your bank account. Oh, divine. Start creating your financial freedom instead of vaguely dreaming about it. Become a natural money attractor. To me, that was so cool. It's probably the first video that I wanted to make, although it goes down 21 days. It was so cool. Learn the 3 secrets to success to fill up your bank account. Stop dreaming for something bigger. Just go and do it. Stop the chronic worry about money. Who chronically worries about money? All of us. How about we stop it? Oh, how about we stop it? Okay. Stop the miserable day-to-day routine that keeps you in survival mode. I want you to start thriving. Okay. How are you going to get this for free? Surely we all want this for free. Everybody wants this for free. I'm going to show you at the end how to get it for free. Okay, I promise you, I'm going to show you at the end all the things. So imagine this change for yourself, being free of your negative past. That to me is everything, being free of that negativity. Finding your true place and your passion in the world, feeling in control of your destiny, feeling mentally and emotionally strong. Can you imagine feeling mentally and emotionally strong? That's extraordinary. Of course it's achievable. Of course it's achievable. All you need, number 1, change your desire. And number 2, have a blueprint to do it. And number 3, that heavy bag of rocks, everything becomes expansive. I mean, you can breathe easier. You can breathe easier. Okay. Okay. So I make it sound simple. How easy is it to pull off? That's probably a thought that all of you were thinking. Yeah, it sounds simple, but I bet you it's hard. So if you are planning to upgrade your business emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, and you're serious about it, I know it's not for everyone. I know there are people in the world that just really don't care about expansion, but I feel like if you're on the call live or if you are watching the replay, there's a ton of people that have signed up for this. If you're watching the replay or you are live, I know that you feel you want to break out of that mold of mediocrity. Okay. If you feel that, this is going to be perfect for you. Okay. So can I take a moment for those that aren't in the academy? I know a whole bunch of you that are in the academy. Will it be okay if I share it for a minute? Yes? Yes. Yes. Let me just have a quick look here to see if I haven't. Okay. Lifetime access. Why? Because this is something that is ongoing. I do not want anyone to go through a module and never look back at it, because there's no time, or I booted you out of the 3 months, as many coaching programs do. You got 3 or 6 months. Sometimes it's a 6-week coaching program, whatever. You boot it out, you don't have any information, so that you can go back and do reprogramming around every level that you up level. Every single time that you up level, there are vibes and energies and thoughts of not good enough, not worthy enough. All the things start coming up. And then the minute you break free from that, you expand, and then you go to your next level, and it all starts again, and you need to do the work again. Okay. So it will not take months and months and months to see results. It will happen super fast. Like in the first week of the academy, I start getting people saying, I can see results, because there's no fluff. You release energetically from your body, you clear your body, you make your body feel safe, and you show up differently. You start becoming magnetic. Okay. So there's 5 pillars to manifesting, because I base it on manifesting, and in the manifesting we do mindset, and in the mindset we do energetic work, layers upon layers upon layers, to create this fuck yes business. Okay, so you need to decide what you want. It's a very intentional module that we do, to break free, to expand your goals, to really put on paper what it is you actually want. And then we start uncovering those beliefs. I've got a very clear system for you to use to help you uncover those beliefs that keep you stuck. And then we start clearing it energetically from our body. So the minute it comes up, you've got a whole process to use to start clearing. I am not good enough. I fear success. I'm fearing of judgment, all the things, whatever it is that comes up for you. Okay. And then you're going to start reprogramming your subconscious mind so that you can honestly crush those beliefs. It is amazing when you just one day go, oh my gosh, I don't believe that anymore. I actually legit believe something different. I love it. It is such a badass energy. You're going to learn super cool techniques to raise your vibration, especially on those days when you feel really low and you feel like you are in a slump and in a funk. How do you get out of that? Instead of being in that funk for days and weeks and months and just dragging your feet, how do you snap out of that within a couple of hours or max 24 hours so that you can carry on and take action from that vibe, right? And then you go into taking aligned action, and what that feels like in your body, and what that feels like when you feel safe in your body. It is beautiful, because when you don't feel safe, you're almost like erratic when you show up, right? That's how I would process it, like quite erratic, like, oh, I must try this, oh, I must try this, oh, I must try this, nothing's working. When you feel safe, you just show up from a different space. It is beautiful. I think I covered all of this: energetic work, focusing. Okay, so when you heal and release your money traumas, I'm not good enough trauma, staying small trauma, that is stepping into that big energy of feeling safe. That is when you become magnetic. When you start releasing those traumas, you open up for expansion. And when you open up for expansion, your magic bubbles over, right? That is the magnetism. That is what makes it so fascinating, so magical. Okay, so on the other hand, if you don't do this work consistently, every day that it compounds, that you gain momentum, you're going to feel yourself backing off, right? You're going to experience, you don't want to show up. You don't want to show up online. My throat is so dry. You don't want to show up online because you have fear in business. You have fear taking up space. You don't want to irritate people. You know, people are watching you and they're judging you. And it's funny, like over the last few months, I've had a few people reach out with negative comments and opinions about who I should be rather than who I'm showing up as. And before, I promise you, it would trigger me so badly that I would completely hide. And because of doing this healing work, shifting through trauma, shifting through mindset, I just show up even bigger. I show up even bigger the way I want to be. And it's the most freeing thing ever, because you honestly just stop caring about the trolls and the negative Nancy's that want to put you down. That's all they really want to do. This part of taking up space and people watching you was such a big thing for me, such a big thing. And now I feel almost like it's not rewarding, it's satisfying, almost taking up space. Having people watch me and DM me randomly out of the blue saying, oh my gosh, you inspire me. A random person, that is my passion. I love that. And you can only do that when you start honestly releasing from your body, releasing from your mind, so that you can step into the bigness of you and stop playing small, okay? Stop hiding. Okay, so in the academy, just to quickly tell you, there's a private Facebook group. It doesn't matter what you post. It doesn't matter what you say on a coaching call, because there are coaching calls as well. You feel that you belong, you feel heard, you feel understood. You feel like you're not left behind, which is something that I hated feeling, is that feeling of being left behind. And that is something that I want everyone to never feel, okay? And that is why there's live weekly coaching calls where you can come on live. I give you coaching. I look at your mind. I look at your energy. We clear it. We clear it for immediate. I'm so sorry. I've got such a dry patch in my throat. We go through the 5 steps of the manifesting process. And within that, we go deeper into all of it. Okay. Oh, I said, take a screenshot of the next slide if you want. This is what everything is based on. Your thoughts, which are the beliefs, okay? Because the thoughts, when you think a thought on repeat, it just becomes a belief, like you don't even realize it. Create your feelings. The feelings drive your actions manifest your reality. Okay, so just by seeing that, how powerful do you think that is? If you can think something different, right up there, it changes your reality. I misspelled that. That's so funny. That is how powerful it is, just thinking something differently, okay? So you're rewiring the neurons. And if you rewire it over and over and over, repetition, your reality changes. Okay, so here's it in action. Okay, if your thought is money is hard to make, your feeling is of despair and disappointment, and your action is I'm not even going to try, I'm going to hide. Of course, your result's going to be no money. Okay, that is the power of the thought. Okay, so then you successfully proved the belief right. Money is hard to make. Well, of course it is, but it's because of the action that you took, because of the feeling that you had. Okay, so if you flip the switch and your thought is, it is possible for me to make money, my work is valuable, clients want the solution to their problems that I offer, how are you going to feel? Excited, motivated, determined, fulfilled, simply by thinking something differently. Okay. And it's not easy, I know, to think something differently, but when you start doing the work, those thoughts become possible for you so quickly. When you're feeling passionate and fulfilled, you show up differently, because you show up, you talk about your product or your service, you feel confident in doing it. You feel confident in that even if they judge you, that's fine. That's not my client. Someone else won't judge me. I will become magnetic, okay? You follow the guided downloads and your results will be, you magnetize people to you. You magnetize the energy frequency that you are at, you'll start magnetizing those people to you, okay? So what else could this mean in your life? Can you see the power of consciously creating the life you want instead of a default creation that is just there? That's the power of it. So when you upgrade your frequency to the money code, money starts flowing. When you upgrade your frequency to the relationship code, you start attracting incredible clients. When you upgrade your frequency to bigness, badassery, to enoughness, the world of possibilities opens up to you. You cannot fail, especially when you've got this body of work within the academy and there are guidelines and there are not responsibility, accountability. Well, you take as a responsibility, but when you have people that hold you accountable, you cannot fail, because I'm there to tell you, have you tweak this? Let's have a look at this. There's a fear coming up that I can see. Let's talk about this. And you start clearing, and you start clearing, and you start clearing. Okay. And suddenly your magic becomes alive. It just comes alive. It's like you've literally taken your Harry Potter wand and it works. That's how it feels. Okay. So I want to go through the next few slides because we've been on for so long. When you deeply heal the trauma of people telling you that you aren't good enough, that you'll never make it big or in the big world, or you'll never make anything of your life, all the other crap, when you deeply heal that, you start living in your greatness. When you heal all of it, you'll be able to stop the procrastination. It's funny how that just goes away, unless you want to chill, because then you don't feel guilty about it. Procrastination, you usually feel guilty about that action. You'll be able to stand up and show up in your business as an authority. Imagine that. You'll be able to ooze confidence in yourself and your service. Hello, baby. And clients will magnetically attract to you. It's so cool when you open your inbox and there's a client reaching out, whether it's DM or email, or they start attracting to you. Let me quickly have a look here. Raising your frequency in the moment, says Lisa, without judging yourself, 100%. I pretend I feel abundant even when I'm not. I start manifesting and experiencing miracles. Oh, I love it. Since joining the academy, it works. Yay. Yes, Lisa. Love it. Beautiful. Thank you for that, my angel. Okay, so what would one new client be worth to you? Or 10 new clients? You can drop it in the comments, add it up. What would that be worth to you? But this time, you start doing it without the especially from a place of being good enough. Okay. It will be worth the investment in your business to have this level of emotional, mental, spiritual support. I know the difference in doing it on my own, slugging along, not knowing how to change anything, and coming into a program where I have so much support and everything is boom, 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 do this, work this, release this, get this coaching, take this action. And it is just, oh my gosh, I needed that. That is the difference. There is so much value in community instead of banging your head on the desk alone. I've sat in front of my computer so often and literally just gone, banged my head like I don't know where to go. Community changes that, especially if you're in a group. Okay. So I do have a great offer for those that aren't in the academy. I have a great offer for you until the 26th of May, which is this coming Friday. Prices will be going up. Okay. Because you have invested your time and I'll give you a heads up on the original investment today. I have not put this out on any post, any email. Nobody knows it's going up because I wanted to keep it really sacred for everyone that has joined. There must be 30 or 40 people that have joined the workshop. So I know there's a lot of replays that are still coming in through the week because of all the time zones. And that's why I decided to do it on the Monday, because on Friday, prices are going up. Okay, let me just see. Oh, sorry. I just want to move this that you can see what's going on there. There we go. Okay, so at the moment, this is how it stands. Your most flexible is paid over 4 months. I've got it in US dollars and South African rands. And there is the breakdown. Okay, you can screenshot this. It is on the sales page. Best value is for you to pay in full. You get a 50% discount immediately. Okay, invaluable. Actually sees value in me and my offering. Oh, I love that, Lisa. Oh, that was Gia. Lisa is over there. One new client equals more money plus word of mouth referrals. Hell yes. Love that. Okay. That is how it stands today until Friday. This is the deal of the month, of the century, I think, because guys, I've paid so much for coaching programs, so I know the value of coaching. This is what's in the academy. There's 5 phases. So I've just quickly done a couple of screenshots that you can see. 28 lessons just in phase 5. Phase 2, release your karma drama. Phase 3, rewire your abundance. Phase 1, your fuck yes business. It's all there. So I feel like I need to move this up again. There's life coaching, there's meditations, all the things. Okay, there's all the things. There is the link to enroll. I'll actually drop this in the chat. Although I wonder if I can copy this. Okay, it's going to go out in the emails anyway. Otherwise, if you want the link, DM me the word academy and I can pop it straight to you. Okay, so don't worry about that. These are the bonuses. You get the 21-day coaching challenge for free. This is entire program. It is really powerful. Go through it. You will 100% start making more money when you start clearing this energy. It is, I just had so many clients have so much success with this. It is such a powerful program. Manifest magic in 13 days. This is to go deeper into your body, into your intuition, to really connect with your higher self, with your soul. So it's a very, very, very soulful program, because I want to connect the mind, body, and soul all the time in my programs. You get this for free. Okay. You get a self-confidence. All the faces disappeared. I don't know where they went. You get a self-confidence on purpose masterclass. It's a 3-day masterclass. It is the bomb. Years ago, I attended a self-confidence masterclass, shifted everything for me, shifted everything. And I created this program to shift everything for you. You get it for free. Okay. Manifest your magical clients, a very specific workshop training masterclass to really help you selling in a joyful way. Very different masterclass, very different, using energetic ways of bringing your magic out into the world and to start selling. Such a beautiful program. Manifest miracles of abundance. There are 4 main blocks that I cover in this masterclass that sabotages your success, and I help you clear it so that you can bring up that abundance. So cool. Okay, success is all about condensing time. I wish that the day I started, I had a program to invest in that just condensed it all for me, because I spent years and years and years trying to figure it out on my own. I certainly do not want that for anybody. I'm really trying to find our faces. Oh, there we are. Okay, it was on my other screen. Let me put us back. There we are. Now I don't feel so alone. It's all about finding what is blocking you and crushing it. That's it. Find what's blocking you and crushing it. I love saying, set a goal, find out what's blocking you so that you can magnetize, you can become magnetic. Okay. Like, set a goal. If you don't set a goal, if you don't have a GPS when you're driving to some far destination, you're going to get so lost, man. So set a goal. This is where I want to be. Okay. What is blocking me from getting there? Let's get real. Let's get our hands dirty. Let's clear it up so that I can start magnetizing that to myself. Love it. That is the big ass energy. Okay. That is why it's called Big Ass Manifesting Academy. It's all about the big ass energy. Okay. We're just about done, my loves. I promise. All right. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to quickly reveal the secret word to you. I'm sorry, I keep messing with this. So that you can get that mini program. Even if you are in the academy, I want you to DM me the word, the secret word, so that I can give it to you as well. I just see there's a new, I want a big ass. Do you now? Gia, you're hysterical. You really are. Okay, here's the word. Wealth. Okay, DM me the word wealth, and I've got something magical to drop for you. This is going to really start reprogramming. Remember, it's the EFT tapping that we're going to be doing on 5 different money blocks that for sure is stopping you. Now, you could have all 5 of the money blocks, which is possible, or maybe you've worked through some, or you just grew up without those blocks, but there's this one block, and I'm going to show you how to shift that. Okay. Thank you so much for showing up. I love it. Gia, this wealth, you need to DM me on Facebook so that I can drop the link for you. I can't drop it in here. Okay. Gia with her big ass. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Thank you so much for showing up. Let me know all the questions. If you want links to the academy, DM me the word academy. And to get your free prize, DM me the word wealth. Yes, you can do it on both messages. I'm 100% okay with that. I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you all the magic. And I want you to honestly step into your bigness in a big, big way. Go and expand everything. Sending you love. I'm going to hop off. Hold on. I first need to stop sharing. I need to find where. There it is. Okay, let me stop sharing. There we go. Okay, my loves. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening, beautiful morning, beautiful afternoon, wherever you are in the beautiful world. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sticking around. I know we've gone forever, but just thank you for your beautiful magic. I love you madly. Go and do miracles in the world. Go and expand. It's time to get out of that deep, dark pit. I want you to expand. I want you to be magical. Sending you badass love. Bye, sweeties.